Good afternoon. I am Heather Thum-Gerber, and I'm a first-year MDiv student. I was asked to speak a little bit about why I chose to come to seminary, and whenever I'm asked that question, I have two responses. Usually it's the first one of, I didn't make a decision to do so, and the other one is, I'm insane. And I say this for two reasons. The first is that I feel truly called to ordain ministry, and it's not something that I in any way chose. And the second one, what sane person would sell their home and uproot their family to move all the way to Louisville, Kentucky from Michigan? I think that's a fair question to ask. It is a fair one. Fantastic, thank you for that. And in the end, my decision to attend seminary is because I truly felt called to do so. I was raised outside of the church, and upon joining as an adult, I found that there was more of a culture shock than most seemed to understand. I love being part of the Presbyterian Church and saw beauty in the faith and the life and ministry of Jesus Christ. But I quickly noticed that not having been part of the tradition as a child made worship very confusing, and I tended to be lost by the theology, and acronyms are my enemy. Regardless of these pitfalls, I love my church, and I saw the need to understand the perspective of the outsider alongside the world in our sanctuaries. To know the need for a Savior in the midst of a broken world that increasingly does not see a relevance for God. It was out of this realization that I knew seminary was going to be part of my vocational journey. My journey here was full of hurdles, and the largest being my lack of a bachelor's degree when I first felt called 3 years ago. I attended college straight out of high school and quickly learned that higher education is not easily accessible to all, especially coming from a family of high school dropouts. And regardless of how hard I studied, it wasn't possible at that time in my life. But by the grace of God, I found a non-traditional program to finish my undergraduate degree with the sole purpose of coming to seminary. It was 2 years ago, after finishing my first semester, that I, by the insistence of an alum, I came to an exploratory weekend. I was wandering around campus, and I landed in the chapel by myself. And sitting in that chapel, I just kept thinking, I want to be here. I want to be a bridge builder, a whomsoever. I wanted to be part of a legacy, be part of all those people that came before me who gained their ministry from this fertile ground. I knew that I wanted to learn with the best at Louisville Presbyterian Theological Seminary, and now I am. I am someone who knows what it's like to be denied education because of cost. I could never truly express how grateful I am for the level of financial support I've received from the seminary at this point. Without it, I would not be here today, and I would never be able to do the ministry I feel so called to. I thank God and all of those that have made possible for doors being open to whomsoevers, especially those whomsoevers that have been denied education in the past. Thank you for your time.